Hey everybody, this is Sunday night here in Cypress, Texas. This is Ruben Lowing. Uh, Today I have a goal to have 4 appointments a day for the next 10 days. Right, so that's 40 appointments, right? And well, I uh, I get to church and the apostle starts talking about what's happening in the world and what's crazy going on in the market and and issues with shortages of food and all that kind of stuff. And and then he says, anybody in here have problems with their finances? There's somebody here that is an expert on that. And he said, I didn't tell this guy, didn't tell him I was going to call him, so he calls me up. I'm like, oh wow, right? I'm like, okay, so I told him my story, how I was so broke. I got the SEAL team, I couldn't change my mind. And then I self-educated and I read every book you can get your hands on personal finance and debt management, and got a job as a debt management consultant. And I wrote a bunch of business for them the first month, and they made me a manager. And every time I showed somebody how to get out of debt, they started looking at buying a house. So I got my real estate license, and I helped a lot of people. Most of the people that my customers, I had to help them, get their credit scores up and their debt to income ratios down, and coach them as far as getting, make them a borrower so they could get into a house. But I knew they weren't going to make it to retirement. And so when I saw this company, I turned on this young guy on my database and helped out all my clients. And then when I got all my licenses, it was like November 2007, and the whole world fell apart. And I lost my business and both of my houses, and I fell away from the company and did other things. And then I came to Texas and McAllen. I found Bernadette Kim's office, and and they focus more on the financial literacy side, and they do the workshops, and 3 workshops a day, Monday through Friday, and we also have now I'm here, and we have a nice office here in Northwest Houston, and the apostle promote, just basically endorse me, and after service, people lined up, and I scheduled 28 appointments uh, for mostly next week and a few for next Saturday, and so I'm like, wow, I got to come home and eat dinner, and now I'm going to be on the good news call, and I got some good news. It's exciting. I'm so uh, elated, and I'll tell you what, it's all God. It's all, um, I was putting the effort in. I was doing, being had a good meeting mentality. Didn't miss any Zoom meetings, and the builders call on Tuesdays, and um, the training on Wednesday nights, and then um, Saturday the Zoom meeting. So and he got to see that, hear it, and then I actually did the presentation for him, and then I made this commitment to 4 appointments a day, and I always send in my videos. Okay, I'm trying to be accountable to him what I'm doing. There's such a misconception with the Christian community that oh, money's bad. Focus on making more money's bad. And that's a lie by the devil to keep us down, to keep us weak, and so we can't. Um, we don't have the power and the financial leverage to work in God's kingdom. You know, my goal is to make enough money with this business, and so my retirement is, I'm preaching. All right, my retirement, so I don't have to worry about making money anymore. Is once I'm doing that, is not to just kick back, right? I want to be out there and teaching people, to have that fierce love for the Lord. And that's something else, with John Avanzini's books, Breaking the Power of Debt and Rapid Debt Reduction Strategies. it talks about the spiritual war, digging into spiritual warfare and that heartfelt commitment to get out of debt. That same kind of thing has to happen for us to be prosperous. There's all kinds of scriptures in the Bible, and it's talking about, money and wealth, and we're like almost obligated to be producers, okay, and to make things happen, all right, and it's for the kingdom. So I hope this is a benefit to somebody. I mean, I'm so excited. I'm doing mental handsprings backwards right now. Um, yeah, and it's finding out when you let God help you, it's easier, right? It's a lot easier putting your faith in Him. All right, have a great night.